Hello, this is Marcus Rayner from Colliers International, Board Advisor to the New York chapter. I'm part of a New York team working on the effect of COVID-19 on future space utilization and metrics. It comprises 16 chapter members, two-thirds of which are end users in financial services, media, tech, and pharma, and a third are service providers in corporate real estate and workplace, all with portfolio experience at local, national, and international levels. Our perspective comes from New York being hit especially hard by the current crisis. It will take longer for our community to get back to normal work because of issues with commuting via public transportation and access to high-rise buildings. Understanding the long-term impacts will take time, and we don't expect real estate decisions to be rushed. The immediate shift of working practices by forcing staff to work from home has been successful enough to explore more flexible officing policies for employees. The question is, how will it affect future planning? We believe that despite workplace changes that are necessary to comply with social distancing and returning to work protocols, which could last for 12 to 18 months depending on the availability of vaccines, corporations are expecting to revert to more normal levels of congregation and will see minimal long-term effects on their global workplace footprint triggered by the pandemic. There are several reasons for this. Firstly, corporations will be net neutral in the amount of space it takes to run a business. For over a decade, employers have placed the utmost importance on employee experience and the ability to enhance satisfaction as a measure of productivity, and this is unlikely to be reversed. The need for human interaction and collaboration will mean working from home will be an option and part of flexible work, not a simple solution to reduce footprint. With the potential for a more distributed workforce, there will be a need to make key centers, such as a New York office, highly experiential, amenity-rich, branded for employees, and this will maintain or even increase the footprint in such locations. There's also an expectation that despite rising unemployment levels, there will still be an underlying war for the right talent, in which being hired just to work from home will have limited attraction. No company will want its logo used as an acronym for being home alone. In other words, the community and branded workplace offered by the employer will continue to be important. Employee surveys will need to be undertaken again when work from home is truly a choice rather than a mandate. Lastly, there were strong views from our end users that the dust has to settle before getting internal consensus on major capital decisions for either renovation or relocation. End of part 1. New York chapter report on space utilization and metrics, part 2. We reviewed the impacts on space metrics and portfolios and came to the following conclusions. There will be minimal change on current projects, where the focus will be on security, sanitation, and implementing new technologies. The need for adequate social distancing will remain, which may mean the amount of space allocated per employee on a given footprint will either stay the same or get larger, with employees resisting the higher density benching our industry has moved towards. However, we don't see a wholesale move back to cubicles or private offices either. Corporations will spend more to create a healthier and more controlled environment to make their employees feel secure, and this will impact their choice of landlord or serviced office provider. There will also be incentives for corporations to try to capitalize on the success of working from home and move to a more distributed workforce, such as relocating operations to more cost-effective locations, portfolio risk mitigation, corporate sustainability, particularly to reduce carbon footprints, and talent retention through employee choice. Flexible working options will have the biggest impact on space utilization. We expect companies to experiment with staff working from home, small and more commuter-friendly suburban satellite offices, high-quality serviced offices, and staff rotation through unassigned seating. Higher utilization of space through rotation may ultimately reduce the amount of space actually allocated per employee, but solutions will be highly customized to account for the type of job, employee satisfaction, and the need for data security. the chance of a data breach from a key employee working from home may not be worth the risk for some employers. And finally, new metrics will be developed to measure and validate the success of more flexible work, support changes in space utilization, and policies that don't offer dedicated seating for employees. So in addition to employee satisfaction and talent and attraction and retention rates, they will include remote measures of productivity and involve a significant increase in data collection and analysis. Thank you.